and couldn't sleep at night.
The camp is going to sleep in the moonlight. The camels have been rounded up. The fire is out. It's 1 in the morning, and we're probably to get up at 5:30, which is the time of the muezzin. We have 4.5 hours to sleep. Or is it 3.5? I don't know. In any case, we're going to sleep well.
C'est beau, c'est beau, c'est beau.
It's good to be among people. When we had to walk by ourselves on that track overrun by lions, I developed a real phobia. The fear of big cats haunted me with each step. I tried to imagine all the possible attack scenarios. I envisaged lions crouched behind every bush. The more I thought about it, the more my heart got worked up. There wouldn't be time to climb a tree. I'd have to face it, aim for its mouth, and avoid the fatal paw strike. Our only distractions were the tsetse flies who became the subject of our frustration. It's a type of horsefly that stings and transmits sleeping sickness. And that's why this whole area has been abandoned by people. There are no livestock, no people, no fields, only wild animals. We're between 2 villages. Look, there's one on my arm. That's a tsetse fly. Thanks, Sonia. This is one of the few puddles that doesn't get driven through. The water is drinkable, but the filter clogs up quickly. When the pumping gets tough, you have to stop and clean it. That's how it broke last time. The few people we met along this track during those 15 days were Wasukuma nomads. They were taking their herds south in search of grazing, always accompanied by a lion hunter. And apparently, he wasn't there just as an extra.
He killed a lion?
Yeah, he killed a lion. This is a sign of killing a lion.
Is it true?
This is true. Ask him in Swahili.
In Swahili? Simba? Simba? Can I see? This is a claw of lion.
Yeah, this is a claw of lion.
You?
This is a skin of lion.
Jackson performed the lion dance for us, which he sings before going hunting in order to give himself courage. I realized that we had been completely reckless to walk along that track without a weapon. If only we had had a spear like his.
Mungu akubariki. Hey, be careful. Aya. Aya. Aya.
We've just stopped for lunch. This little girl here has a pulse of 120. She has a shocking fever. Apparently, she has malaria. So we are going to give her something that we have for children.
Nella miaka mitano.
Tano. Tano.
I think she's 5. She's 5, so I'll give her the strongest dose. 2 tablets right away.
The whole area is particularly affected by malaria, especially during the rainy season. We'd anticipated this and had bought several anti-malarial treatments.
It's amazing the trust they have. I could be giving her anything. They take it as if it's the Holy Spirit.
Hein? Alors, dans Saasita, Modia. Modia. Saasita, Bada, Modia.
Kesho. Tomorrow.
C'est du délire.
She's delirious. This is the first time that I've seen a fever like this.
Hakuna matata.
Hakuna matata, mama. Hakuna matata.
We're heading off again. It's early, 2:30. I hope they give that little girl the medicine and that she gets better soon. I really hope so, but we will never know.
Well, my head is throbbing and my knees ache. I ache everywhere. I clearly have a fever. My pulse is 80 to 88. Normally it's 60. I'm not well. It doesn't feel like the symptoms of the flu. No sore throat. No diarrhea. So in all probability, I have malaria. We're in the middle of the bush. In the last village, Mitundu, there's a clinic. A car's coming. I think it's going to take us back there. Don't worry, I'm going to be fine. It's not as bad as a snake bite.
What is the verdict?
Does he have malaria?
Yeah, plenty.
Plenty.
Malaria.
I was only stuck in bed for 24 hours, thanks to a miracle drug, dihydroartemisinin, a Chinese cure not recognized by Western medicine at the time. The next morning, a man was rushed to the clinic because his arm had been mauled by a lion. I then realized how real the danger had been, and that we'd been right to worry.
And could he hit the lion?
They killed it. It was a female. And there were 4 lions. The lions have already killed 1 person in the village of Mamalungu, where you spent the other night.
If it hadn't been for that sudden attack of malaria, we might have ended up like Joseph, or even worse. The next day, it was Sonia's turn to be struck down with a fever. We knew it would happen at some point. We couldn't cross Africa on foot without getting malaria. That was the price we'd have to pay. It was also the first time in 12 years that I'd seen Sonia sick. I had taken all my little Chinese pills, and there were none left for her. I felt guilty.
I'm scared of the lions. I don't want to be sick anymore. I want to go home.
No, just don't be afraid.
Sonia.
Close.
Squeeze your fist, Sonia. Otherwise, the vein won't show.
Don't be afraid. Just a moment.
The bout of malaria in Tanzania was one of my hardest ordeals. As incredible as it may seem, I had never been seriously ill before. I absolutely hate injections. I'd rather come face to face with a lion. I'd rather walk 6,000 kilometers. But please,